Can quantum computers really break Bitcoins in minutes? And the answer is no, not right now, not even close. And honestly, that's the part that should calm people down right away, because the way these headlines are written, it makes it feels like something's just changed overnight. Like Bitcoin suddenly get weaker. It didn't. What actually happening is researchers are talking about what could be possible someday, not what can be done today. And yeah, when you hear something like Bitcoins can be cracked in under 10 minutes, your mind goes straight to, wait, is my Bitcoin safe? That's reactions is normal, but once you slow it down and look at it, the gaps between theories and realities is still massive. So what triggered all of this is research, mainly pointing out that maybe the numbers of qubits needed to break Bitcoin's encryptions isn't as high as people thought before. It used to be around 10 million, but now they're saying maybe under 500,000. And that sounds like a big jump forward. But here's the part that doesn't get said enough. We don't even have machines anywhere near that level, not even close. Right now, we're talking about a few hundred qubits, maybe pushing higher in labs, but they are unstable. They make errors. They can't hold a long calculations together. So hearing 500,000 might sound like we're halfway there. We're not. We're still away at the beginning. And that 10 minutes number people keep repeating, that's tied to Bitcoin's block times. Blocks get confirmed roughly every 10 minutes. So the idea is if a quantum computer could figure out a private keys in under that time, it could jump in and mess with the transaction before it's confirmed. That's the scenario people are reacting to. But again, that's only matter if the machines actually exist. And it doesn't. On top of that, the researchers didn't even show a full working method. They used something like a proof that said, this should work in theory, without laying out every step. So this isn't something someone can just go build tomorrow. Now here's the parts that really changes how you looked at this. For any of this to be even possible, the public key has to be exposed first, and that doesn't happen all the times. In Bitcoin, your public keys usually only showed up after you spend from an address. So if you're just holding Bitcoin in a fresh address that hasn't been used, there's nothing sitting out there to attack. No exposed keys, no doorway ins. That's a big detail that most headlines just skip over. They say millions of Bitcoins could be at risk, but that's only under certain conditions, not the whole network. And if you zoom out for a second, this gets even bigger. If quantum computers ever get strong enough to break Bitcoins, we got a much bigger problems. Banks, government systems, military communications, password, emails, basically everything that relies on today encryptions would be in troubles too. So this wouldn't be some quiet Bitcoins only issues. This would be global, which also means there's a huge incentive for everyone, not just Bitcoin developers, to fix this before ever becomes real. And that's already happening. There's active work going on toward quantum resistance cryptography, aiming for the next several years. That's preparations, not panic. And Bitcoin itself isn't stuck. It can change. It has changed before. If something real shows up, not theoretical, but actually happening, the network can upgrade. Developers can push changes. Wallets can be updated. People can move their Bitcoins to new addresses, formats that are safer. It wouldn't be instant, but it wouldn't be ignored either. Too many people are watching. Too much value is involved. And thinking this through a bit more, even in some futures where quantum computers are strong enough, it's not like everything just breaks at once. It wouldn't be instant chaos, and attackers would have to go after specific addresses one at a time, and only during that short windows when a transaction is being sent and the public keys is visible. That's not easy to pull off at scales, and the network would notice something like that pretty quickly. Also, something simple but important. Most wallets today already avoid reusing addresses. Every time you receive Bitcoin, you got a new address. That means your public keys stay hidden until you actually spend. So just using a normal wallet the way it's designed already reduces exposure. A lot of people don't even realize that protection is happening in the background. So when you step back and look at everything together, this really comes down to timing. The idea exists, but the capabilities doesn't. And there's a big stretch of times in between those two where solutions get built, tested, and roll out. So yeah, when you see those headlines, it sounds urgent. It sounds like something is about to happen. But when you actually break it down, it's not a right now problem. Bitcoin is still secure, still running the way it was designed. And the people working on it are already thinking ahead. That's the part that matters.